Hello everyone, welcome to the class of Cloud Computing. Today we are going to initiate our unit 2, it is regarding the cloud platform architectures. So, before getting into the particular course, let us see the course overview in this particular lecture. Okay. So, here we are going to discuss the concepts regarding what are the cloud computing service models and the deployment models with the help of the working models. Later we are going to discuss about the architectural designs of the particular compute and the storage clouds. Next we are going to discuss about the public cloud platform available here in the real time market. Later we are discussing about what are the inter-cloud resource management and what are the different scheduling algorithms available in order to process it. And next we are going to discuss about the cloud security and trust management process available here. And next we are going to discuss about the service oriented architecture. And the last we are going to wind up with the message oriented architecture. So, before learning about this each and every topic individually, let us have the brief overview or the introduction of this unit regarding the cloud platform architecture. Yes. So, according to our basic knowledge, we can strongly recommend that a cloud is a pool of computer resources which is a novel approach in order to share the resources either in the form of the hardware, the software or the networking resources which are underutilized in the conventional approach. So, in simple we can tell that the cloud is providing its service to the users in different approaches based on their requirement, because the user may approach the service through the internet. The platform the user makes use of the internet. So, he can access the cloud services provided in order to process, access and store the data using the different portable devices like desktops, laptops, the computers or the servers. So, we are processing different approaches. So, we are going on demand of the cloud delivery service in the different approaches like the photos, the Google Docs, the Gmail, the calendars and the books, the pictures, the videos, the form of YouTube and so on. So, the person or the user all over the globe are increasing their requirement of the internet in order to access in different approaches. So, the cloud supports its services to the user with the small concept known as the virtualization. So, how it is performing its supports to the user with the help of virtualization. The main theme of the cloud is to provide its service to the user with the help of virtualization. So, all these services are provided to the user in the concept of on demand, delivery. So, the cloud is providing its service to the user with the concept of virtualization on an on-demand delivery approach. So, next. So, here in this unit we are going to introduce about the cloud working models. What are the working models? These are the sample models where the cloud is providing its service to the users in different approaches. Now, let us see what are they. So, the cloud working models are categorized into two. One can be the deployment models and the other models can be the service models. So, what are these two? The cloud is providing its service from the service model where it acts as the reference models on which the cloud is based upon. So, the deployment models provides the type of access we are performing for the particular cloud. So, again these two working models are categorized into sub models. Here let us list out them. They are the public cloud, the private cloud and the hybrid cloud. And coming to the service models, we can see here the cloud is providing its service to the user in the form of the infrastructure, platform and the software. So, here we can tell that IaaS is known as the infrastructure as a service and PaaS is known as the platform as a service and SaaS is known as the software as a service. So, the cloud is providing its service to the users in 3 different approaches, one after the other. So, in the first level, infrastructure plays a vital role, and coming to the platform, these two are together combined. When we go to the approach of software as a service, these 3 are together provide the service to the user. So, in the upcoming lectures, we can see in depth what is IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, who are the real-time service providers available in this scenario. Next, here we are going to discuss about the different architecture scenarios. What are the different architectures models available in order to compute and store the cloud computing services. So, in order to perform that architectures, we are having the different design challenges or the goals to be faced in the cloud. Now, I will list out what are the different challenges available. So, here this is the first challenge, the challenge 2, challenge, and this is some of the challenges available here. Now, let me name each and every challenge once. So, what is this? By seeing this picture, we can tell that this challenge discuss about the service availability. Service availability. So, while the user is utilizing the particular cloud service, whether it is providing the service to the user according to their requirement or not, according to the demand, on demand service or not, because it is providing the service in the form of IaaS, the PaaS and SaaS. Okay. The cloud is providing the service on demand delivery. And the next, as we are using the cloud in 3 different approaches like the public, it can be the public approach, the private approach or the hybrid, which is a combination of both the public plus private. Okay. So, what it is doing here, we are discussing about the data security, while we are having data integrity or security. So, while we are having the interaction with the cloud all over the internet, here we discuss about the concept of the data security, whether we are using the network in a secured manner or not. Next coming challenge could be the distributed storage. Why we are talking about the distributed storage? Because in the conventional approach, the storage of the servers to maintain have become a major task, have become a major headache in order to monitor and manage the servers. But in this scenario, we can see what are the servers available to the users were distributed all over the globe in order to serve the users in a decentralized approach. Okay. So, the cloud is a concept of utilizing the distributed and decentralized approach using peer-to-peer network connectivity in order to serve the users all over the internet. Next, this another challenge for designing the cloud could be the scalability. What could be the scalability? So, why we are discussing the word scalability here? So, in order to provide the service irrespective of its size or volume of the functionality. So, here the application system should provide the service to the user irrespective of the functionality. So, it provides the service based on the requirement whenever it is used. And the next challenge of this architecture could be the licensed software. Licensed software, because the cloud is being used by the individual person or the customer or an organization or an industry in order to serve their requirement or to perform some applications using the software. So, in that case, we require the licensed software in order to access or provide the service to the users who are lending that particular application, because whenever a particular organization want to hold up or a host particular company want to host a software application, they require the licensed service from the cloud in order to store, process and access the data. And in the last scenario, we can see about the performance metrics, about the cloud performance metrics, because while we are having the digital data transaction, because the cloud is providing the digital data transaction all over the globe, whether it is performing well or not, because here the performance metric can be evaluated with in turn the scalability, the availability, efficiency and the access control. Okay. So, these are the important challenges or architecture design challenges of a particular cloud while we are discussing about the compute and storage cloud. And next in this chapter, we are going to discuss about who are the real-time cloud service providers available to the user. So, let us have a brief overview here. First one, the first service provider available to the user in the market is the Amazon Web Service. This is the first service provider. It is the Amazon Web Service provider. So, it is the first cloud service provider came into the market in order to serve the users in different approaches, because we all know we make use of the Amazon in our e-marketing source. Every day we process some set of transactions using e-marketing. So, we may purchase different customers requirements like some sort of products or something textiles or marketing and so on. So, Amazon it's providing its service of huge volume of users data, where it is storing, it cannot process the users data in the traditional or conventional storage servers. So, what it is doing? It has developed its own cloud in order to serve the users or the customers to have their good and smooth transactions, online transactions. And the next one could be the Microsoft Azure. Okay. And the second sort of service provider could be the Microsoft Azure. So, Microsoft is also providing its service and making the users to make use in different approaches in the form of MS Office, the Word, the documentations and so on. Okay. And our last real-time reputed service provider is our Google Cloud Platform. Google Cloud Platform. So, the Google is serving the users in our daily life in different approaches with the help of the Google Docs, Google Photos, our links, Google Links, the Google Sheets, the Google Drive and so on, the Gmail and so on. Because even in our day-to-day life, we are storing, processing and accessing our network or our accounts. We are switching our accounts in any portable devices, so that the updated information is migrating to that particular device while we are providing the username and password credentials exactly. So, these three are the real-time service providers available in the market. Including them, we are also having another service providers, but coming to our syllabus, we are going to discuss about these topics. And the next we discuss about what are the cloud security and trust management available here. So, while we are talking about cloud security, we have to discuss about the three important trademark of the cloud securities available in the market. So, in order to have any network transactions from the cloud or for processing and accessing, we call it as CIA trade. So, what is that CIA? C is meant for confidentiality, I is meant for integrity and A is meant for authentication. Okay? Confidentiality, integrity and authentication. In some scenarios, this can be known also as availability, authentication or availability. So, while we are having an communication over the internet to perform the access of the cloud, these three are the important scenarios to be considered, like confidentiality, our data integrity and authenticity, because the cloud is providing its service to the user who are accessing through the public internet. So, there may be a chance of the security issues or the network issues. So, these are the important criteria to be followed by the cloud to provide its security and the trust management. Here we can see the cloud is providing its service in the form of either public, private or the hybrid. So, the data security to be provided in the privacy by satisfying these characteristics like the integrity, confidentiality, availability and privacy, because here we are sharing the important resources like the software resources as well the hardware resources between the users. Okay. So, in depth we can discuss while we are discussing about the particular lecture. Next, here now let me show some of the real time environments or the real time examples scenarios where the cloud is providing its service in the day to day life. First, so here by seeing this image we can tell that the cloud is providing its service to the user in e-marketing. So, in e-marketing, while we are having the data transactions using e-marketing, we can have the cloud service provided. Next, it is providing its service to the user in the IT infrastructures and development. So, the cloud is also providing in the real time service like the open source development and maintenance of the solutions. Next, it also provides service of the software product development. Okay. It provides a service to the real time software product development, and also it is providing in our day to day life for the mobile application development. Okay. So, here these are the simple scenarios I am letting you know to where we are using the cloud in our real time environment. So, every day we make use of the online transaction using e-marketing. So, the IT industries make use of the open source resources for sake of their IT infrastructure development, and here we make use of MySQL, the programming languages, the PHP, HTML, CSS in order to have the open source software development and solutions. And every day we have the service oriented and product oriented marketing like product based development, and daily we make use of different applications in order to have our smooth monitoring of the system or the mobile phone with the portable devices in order to have the simultaneous activities. So, we are performing here, we can see that the user can verify the YouTube, can perform different setting, he can have at the same time the online transactions, he can listen to the music, he can chat with the user and so on. So, what the cloud is providing? It is providing the multitask of the users to access it all over the globe. So, with this I conclude the summary of this particular unit. So, by learning this unit, we are going to gain the knowledge about what is the importance of the working models available in the cloud. Later, we can know about what are the different architectural representation of this compute and storage cloud available here. Next, later we are discuss about the real-time cloud service providers, architectures, the characteristics, how they are providing the service to the users, the design and the real-time scenario. Last, we wind up with the secure cloud storage and management. How the cloud is providing the security to the users, how we are storing the data, how it is being managed, what are the trust managements available in this cloud. So, here with this I will wind up this session, and the next session we are going to discuss about our unit 1 topic 1, it is regarding the cloud computing working models available with us in order to have the working scenarios using 2 different forms. Okay? Thank you.